Good evening and welcome to April 9th, 2025 Selectmen Meeting for the Town of Buxton. Call this meeting to order at 7 o'clock. First order of business, the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of prior meeting minutes for April 2nd, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Discussions held between 4 and 7. At 4 o'clock, Bill Hall, our treasurer, came in. We went over the budget. We're getting close to the end of it. We're going to be having a meeting next week with the budget committee to approve or change any of the budgets. At 4:30, we started talking. Bill Hall and Hunter Cox, our assistant, was in there, and we talked about waste disposal. We're getting a little bit more information this next week, so we can make a decision on it next week, because we have to get it done so we can get a contract, because the contract is up the end of June. At 5:30, Hunter Cox stayed, and we had some discussions about hiring. We're looking for people for Public Works. We're going to be looking for some people for the front office due to retirement. And at 6:30, we had a staff meeting, and now we're here. Projects and issues. Tom?
Not a lot for me. I did attend the budget committee meeting last night with the rest of the board. Police presented their budget, Police Chief Kevin Collins, and then Estes Park and a couple of nonprofits. But like Dave said, we're getting towards the end of that and having a workshop with the budget committee next week. So I think everything's on track to get that wrapped up soon. But that's it for me.
Frank?
Yeah, I also attended the budget committee last night, and I was in the office quite a bit this week.
Chad?
Yeah, budget committee meeting as well, and I had a couple of communications with our code enforcement officer there over a particular property where there's some legal issues with. That was about it.
Yeah, so as well, I attended the budget committee. Also spoke with our CEO just to see how the van was working out for Kurt. And also, we had a property that was damaged by fire. We put it out there for bid. It got sold, and wanted to make sure that the residents that were in that home received the resources and were on their way and doing okay with that. So that was my week.
Okay, I was at the budget meeting last night with everybody else. On Monday, I was down to Public Works, and Agent in Buxton was there, and they were doing the food, and just talked to them, and they said that more people are getting it. They're helping more people. They're getting vegetables and stuff like that. So it was pretty educating what they were doing, and they had a lot of volunteers helping them, which was nice to see. And they use Public Works so that people can drive right through the garage, and the helpers, the volunteers, can put the food right in the people's cars. So there's really no chance of any resident getting hurt or anything like that. And just they have a good system, and want to just give the kudos to Agent in Buxton for all they're doing for the people in this town. And they work really hard at everything they do, and they deserve our support. Old business. Last week, a resident said about the lights in the parking lot out here, and I talked to Kurt, our maintenance person, and he was gonna have it checked, see what they could find out, because one time they blink and one time they don't, so he was gonna be calling an electrician to see if they could get it fixed. Any new business?
Yes. So I just want to take this opportunity to discuss something that has been floated around the town of interest, and I just want to put it out into the community to see what the interest would be. And that is, there is a lot in town that's for sale across from Weymouth Park, next to the store, is it Timberline?
It used to be Timberline.
Well, it used to be Timberline, but across. It's a 3.32 acre lot. That is owned by a resident of the community. It is for sale right now. The purchase price is currently $400,000. And so the conversation has been had, and the town of Buxton is not in the real estate business, but this piece of property is unique. And the reason it's unique to the town is because we've had Buxton Days in the past, and the Brewster Mansion has done a fabulous job. We don't know, that might be for many years to come, but if that opportunity were to end, where would we have that? And we have Weymouth Park there where we did Buxton the 250th, and the field across from that is the lot that I'm speaking about. Would be a great place for parking. It would be a great place for kids to play soccer on, fireworks, all kinds of advantages to the community. And so at this point, it's a conversation piece. We floated it around. There seems to be interest. And I know Buxton, Maine taxpayers, the website listens to this. What we're looking for is for feedback. That's it. We're just looking to see, is there enough interest in the community to pursue the purchase of this property for the future of Buxton residents, to be used for Buxton Days or whatever athletic sports we wish to put there. And so we're just having the conversation right now. There's nothing in writing. There's been no deal made. The purpose of this comment right now is just to basically inform the public, is there interest? And we want to hear from the public, either positive or negative, whatever that may be, to see if this is something that the townspeople would want us to pursue, or no interest at all, and we wouldn't pursue it at all. So just putting it out there, and if you could reach out to us in any form possible, we would appreciate it. Thank you.
Any executive orders? Executive order 24250412, in order to approve the road name Carefree Lane, located on map 1, lot 132-1-11, near Old Standish Road.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's 5. Executive Order 24250413, in order approving 16 hours of vacation leave for Hunter Cox.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's 5. I already asked if there was executive orders by initiative. Accounts payable and payroll warrant, Executive Order 24250411, in order approving expenditures is documented in payroll warrant 81.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's 5. And that amount is $103,856.67. Executive Order 24250412, in order approving expenditures is documented in account payable 82.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor? That's 5. And that amount is $98,866.59. The next meeting of the boards. The next selectmen meeting will be Wednesday, April 16th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The next planning board meeting will be held Monday, April 14th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The selectmen will be meeting with the budget committee on Tuesday, April 15th. The selectmen will be meeting with the police union negotiation on Thursday, April 17th. Any other business? Public questions and comments?
John Bartlett, Buxton. Are we gonna have a parade this year?
I believe so.
Yes.
I believe we are.
I believe the concept is,
Told that last year they was under the bridge construction, but
It's been delayed, yeah.
yeah, this year it's gonna be, I think, about Christmas.
The theme.
The theme is gonna be Christmas. So if you wanna dress up as Santa Claus, that would be great. And you can ride in the back of my truck in a big chair and sing ho, ho, ho.
I just wanna let everybody know that interested parties that are gonna be in the parade, that they might wanna start preparing.
Didn't John send out an email?
Yeah, John has been getting responses about it, so,
Okay.
but yes, it's on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Dave Hyman, Buxton. Last week I had asked about the article for the... I feel important now. I had asked about the article that was voted on for the grant money for the town's match on the fire truck that Nate put in for and was awarded, and you had said, Mark, that it was for the truck, the match, and equip the truck. And that article says absolutely nothing about equipping the truck. All it says is a grant to match a federal firefighter grant, and it was supposed to be 5%, but it wasn't. I don't know where maybe my math is off, but it wasn't anywhere near what the 5% was. I know they got the truck lowered, but.
So, when the chief came in and asked when he bought the truck, he asked that, the part of that grant said that he could equip that, and that's why we gave him permission to buy that trailer. Having said that, when a fire chief, works hard and gets us a $550,000 fire truck for free, and he wants to come in and buy a $2,500 trailer with funds that are left over from that grant process. As a selectman, I don't feel that it would be a disservice to the community if I said no. And so the matter is, he came in and said that the money in there was meant to equip that truck as well. I believe them at face value, and if it's not in there, I still would okay it, because he got a $550,000 truck to the town of Buxton for nothing. And so rewarding him by giving him a $2,500 trailer so he can haul equipment behind it, I don't see anything wrong with that. It's kind of how I see it. And so, if we made a mistake, that's unfortunate. But having said that, I would still allow him to do that, because he really did this town a service by getting us a $550,000 fire truck for free.
No, I'm just saying that we write these articles for the way we do for a reason. And if you start wandering off, there was 3 or 4 years ago that somebody in their budget, because we don't go line by line, they're listed in there, everything, salaries and this and that, and they had a bunch of money left over, and they went out and they bought a vehicle. And they said, it's still under his budget, so you can, you don't have to go line by line, but if there's something special, it's got to be an article written out, a capital item.
And so, Dave, the way I look at it, we as town selectmen operate a $21 million operation in the town. And, what's funny is that every once in a while, we get people that just want to, I got you on something. And the truth is, we're not perfect. We get, we're not perfect. And so we do the best that we can. I think overall, we run the town efficiently. I think we're in a great financial position. And sometimes we make mistakes. And so thank you for picking them up and letting us know that we fail often or sometimes, and that's okay, right? And we just do the best that we can. And so, I wish we could do better sometimes, but at the end of the day, our intention is not to rip the town off. Sometimes things get slid by us that we should have been paying a little bit closer attention to. But at the end of the day, we do the best that we can, and sometimes mistakes happen, and our intention is not to take advantage of the community. Although sometimes we perceive it that way, that is not our intention, so.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it up because you can see, what do we have? 2 other people here besides me tonight. People just don't, they watch the thing and they hear people talk, and I'm just bringing up stuff that happens. Try to get more people here. I watched the budget meeting last night after I got home from I don't know what I did last night, but I come home and I watched the budget meeting, and they are very easy to find on YouTube, a heck of a lot easier than they were to find before when you had to go through the town's website. I don't know how that's coming, but can't find anything on there now anyways, but one of the things, capital item was a cruiser. Didn't say how much it was. I mean, you people had the information in front of you. Budget committee probably had it in front of them, but it was never said what kind. I know we've gone back and forth between the Tahoes and the Ford.
Yeah, we've switched strictly to Tahoes recently. That cruiser's $73,000 is what he's budgeted.
And that's fully equipped.
Fully equipped,
That's with
yep.
radios, lights, everything.
And we're in a position where we will get we have to buy a cruiser every year. That's where we're at. Every year, we have to keep up our fleet. We have to buy a cruiser every year. We've made that decision.
I was just asking
Yeah.
what, all it
Yeah.
said was a cruiser. It didn't
Yeah.
say what it
Right.
was, and I know last
You're
year
right.
they
We had that information in front of us. I didn't catch that. We didn't mention the price. The price is $73,000.
Last year, they had, they bought one early, I believe it was, because it was a Ford, I think.
No.
No, another Tahoe.
Because they could not get the Ford.
Okay, but they ordered it well ahead of time. They bought it well ahead of time.
Yes, we had a special town meeting for it.
Yeah. So I was just wondering,
We had that special town meeting because it was, I think, almost a $12,000 savings. And we
Right.
wanted to take advantage of that because of I think there was chip manufacturing problems or something where we weren't sure we were going to be able to get one the following year, and it was a $12,000 savings. And so we had a special town meeting to save the community $12,000 on a cruiser.
yeah. No, it didn't say last night, like I said, it didn't say what it was, it didn't say how much it was or anything, it just said capital item, a cruiser. And that's all it was said. So I was just asking what it was, that's all.
And the cruiser they're gonna be getting rid of has 202,000 miles on it,
Yeah, I heard that.
so.
Just to be,
And
we may not get rid of that cruiser, just to be clear, because if we get an SRO position at the school, that cruiser would drop down to the officer that's doing the SRO position.
Yeah.
But if he's not,
You haven't heard anything on the school budget?
currently I know it's gone through the BAC meeting. The SRO was in that position, is in not the request, but the advisory committee, what they recommended to the school board. But the school board at this point, from what I can gather, has not made a decision as of yet.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Any executive session after this?
No.
I'll call for adjournment at 7:20.
So moved.
All those in favor? That's 5. Have a safe and good week. Thank you for watching.